Listen up, new breakdowns and shoes.
This is CNN Breaking News.
I'm Wolf Blitzer in Washington. We want to welcome our viewers in the United States and around the world. We're watching breaking news. An agreement has been reached in Geneva, Switzerland, between Iran and Western powers, the 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council, plus Germany. That includes Russia and China, an agreement to deal with Iran's nuclear program. This is an interim agreement. Iran will scale back some of its nuclear activities. In exchange, the international community will ease some of the very painful sanctions that have been imposed on Iran over these past several years, sanctions that have brought Iran, the new government of President Rouhani, to the table in Geneva, and we'll see what happens over the next few months. The President of the United States getting ready to address the nation, indeed the world, from the White House momentarily. The President will be making a statement later. The Secretary of State, John Kerry, we believe, will provide more details of this agreement together with other foreign ministers. They've been negotiating all day with the foreign minister of Iran. Jim Sciutto is in Geneva. Candy Crowley is here with me in Washington. Jim, let me quickly go back to you. Will they say this is a 6-month interim deal? Is that the way this is being billed?
We believe it will be an interim deal. We don't know that it's 6 months. That had been the time span discussed leading up to the end of this agreement. And it's interesting, Wolf, I should note, there's already a disagreement, at least in the description of the terms of the deal out there. An Iranian official saying that Iran's right to enrich is recognized in this agreement, whereas U.S. officials have said there is no official recognition of that right to enrich, which may be the diplomatic ambiguity that administration officials have been talking about coming in, that the West is willing to say that Iranian people have the freedom to have a peaceful nuclear program, but we're not going to formally recognize a right to enrich because we don't do that for any country, whereas this is very important for the Iranians to feel they have that right recognized. And Western officials have said, well, they can claim it. We won't necessarily dismiss that or deny that. And this may be how they squared that circle, in effect, of making both sides happier on that question of the right to enrich, the key question really leading up to these talks.
The President of the United States, we're told originally 10:15 p.m. Eastern. It's approaching 10:15. He will be making a statement to the American people and to the world on this historic agreement that has been reached now with Iran. Jim Acosta is our senior White House correspondent. He's joining us right now. You're getting more details, Jim, on what we might anticipate hearing from the President?
Well, so far, Wolf, just what we're hearing from a senior administration official, and it's what Candy and Jim were reporting earlier. It's what I heard earlier this evening from the senior administration official, that this does, in their view, halt the progress of Iran's nuclear program, including that key facility in Iraq, neutralizing that 20% stockpile that has also been really at the heart of some of these disagreements up until this initial interim agreement. And this administration official also emphasizing this is going to provide for intrusive inspections. And as Jim was just talking about, they say that this deal does not offer a recognition of right to enrich. And what's interesting to note, Wolf, as we are about to hear the president speak, I think we're going to hear a heaping dose of caution from this president, letting Congress know, letting the American people know that this is really a test for Iran. We heard this from White House Press Secretary Jay Carney over the last couple of weeks. He's been repeating this in the briefing room when reporters have brought this situation up, these talks up, that basically the core sanction architecture, as they like to put it, will remain in place, and that some sanctions on the edges of what is applied on Iran and what has really been bringing to bear a lot of economic pain on that country, and in the view of a lot of people bringing them to this point, that most of those sanctions will remain in place. And I think you're going to hear the president emphasize that tonight. And that one thing that Jay Carney has mentioned time and again from the briefing room is that these sanctions can be turned on and they can be turned off just like a spigot. And so this is a test for Iran. If Iran shows that it is not holding up its end of the bargain, expect President Obama to say later on, in just a few moments from now, that these sanctions can be cranked back up, Wolf.
Stand by, everyone stand by for a moment. We will be getting a 2-minute warning from the White House before the president goes to the podium there. We'll take a quick break. Much more of the news right after this.